We live. Peace. Campaign show. Friday Night Live. Got the young producer in the building. Young Cheese. Man, peace and blessings. Friday Night Live, breaking news, views, comments, information, education, opinion, and much more. Live call-in guests, all that and more. You see what's going on right now. We just got a breaking news earlier, a few hours ago, of another airplane, unfortunately, that went down, this time in North Philadelphia, North Philly. Apparently, it was a medical plane, a medical transport, little small plane that was carrying a patient and a doctor and a parent. So it's a lot that I want to get into regarding this subject. And first and foremost, prayers and condolences go out to all of the innocent, victims and loved ones and family. And I also wanted to give a salute and a shout out and a thanks to one of my wrench mob God bros, brother Adrian, big Adrian, for man really looking out and helping to keep the lights on and keep a lot of things going over here. So I just wanted to start off this live thanking, of course, I see Ahmad Jabril, salute, Wrench Mob, God moderators in the chat, but I want to just give an extra special thanks this evening to Adrian on this Friday. It's Friday Night Live. Thank you, big Adrian, Adrian M, you know what I'm saying, Adrian X Martinez, you know what I'm saying. But as we get into this, I wanted to talk about what's going on in the world right now, and is this the time, like the Bible talk about wars and rumors of wars and famine and pestilence and trials and tribulations, and these would just be the beginnings, just the beginning of sorrow, just the beginning. So is the stuff that's going on right now God business? You know what I'm saying? Life and death. Life and death. Is that not God business? Is God not involved? Anytime there's death, you hear the president saying, God, you know what I'm saying, God spared me, or, when those that just got lost in the crash in DC 2 days ago, he said, their journey didn't end in the Potomac River. It ended in in the arms of God. Thank you, big Vincent. Thank you, big Vincent, for the cash app. Thank you. Their journey didn't end in the icy Potomac River. It ended in the arms of a loving God, right? So whenever death happens, of course, we all get super spiritual and super conscious and try to dig into understand the God aspect of this thing. Everything else kind of fall into insignificance, the money, the fame, the shopping, the partying. When we got to deal with the loss of life, human life, then we start getting conscious about God, right? And whoever God is, do God exist? Is God a spirit? Is God a human? What is God? Where is God? How is God? We start getting into the God subject. And that's what this is designed for. That's what the judgment of God on the world is designed to do. To remove, anything that be distracting us from our real purpose and the purpose of whoever it is that created us and brought us here. Death will do that for us. Death will make us focus on that God business that we always supposed to have been focused on in the first place. So, but with these latest events, from the fires in California to the blizzards and snowstorms and whatnot, and on the East Coast to these planes, all the stuff that we're dealing with, the new viruses and pandemics, and the old one, and just the widespread loss of life that we see happening more and more as this year got started, especially. I wanted to kind of look at how do we know when something is God's will or God's wrath? How do we know when something is God's will, or God's wrath, or punishment, chastisement? Right? Is anything ever God's wrath? Is anything that's happening, these calamities, is any of this ever God's wrath just because it's our loved one? Just as because it's somebody we like or we love or it's a family member? Is anything ever God's wrath if we're gonna bring God into it? Is it any of it God's will? Or is all of it God's will if it's happening? If he allows it to happen, or she or it, whatever God is, allows these things to happen, that God is either causing it to happen or allowing it to happen, right? So, I was watching some clips, and we see this clip. I'm gonna pull this up real quick, and this is the most recent one. This is the most recent earlier today. Fair use. This is a ring cam of one of a family. I'm still trying to get the data, the credit to whoever this family is that caught this on ring camera, because it's all over the internet now. But my question is, when we see stuff like this happening, of course, I gotta be careful, because it's a sensitive time. So let me see. But we got to get into this. So I'm trying to get into this the right way. Let's just watch this first. Let's just watch this. Watch it again. Fair use. This is fair use. Right, fair use. When we see stuff like this happening, right? Whoever God is, God allowed that to happen, or God caused that to happen, right? Or should we, or God don't have nothing to do with it, right? Do you believe God don't have nothing to do with it? Where every time it's a death, human life is taken, especially if it's our loved ones, that's the first thing we screaming. He's with the Lord now, or she's with the Lord, or it's God, right? Until, I guess, whatever, it wears off when we go back to partying. Now is bag, or eat, shop, whatever we do with our days and nights. But if we in the God subject, right, and these calamities is happening, these losses of life, it reminds me of and it's not, we're not trying to go into no religion and nothing like that, but right here, it's a little AI overview that I kind of looked at real quick. It said in the Bible, quote, as it was in the days of Noah and Lot, meaning, Noah and Sodom and Gomorrah. That's a phrase that compares the lifestyles of people before the flood and before the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. The phrase is used to warn people of the consequences of sin and the certainty of divine judgment or wrath or destruction. And there's a few little Bible verses in that, and stuff like that. The Quran got something that say something like this. It say, guard yourselves, Holy Quran 8:25, guard yourselves against the trial which may not afflict those of you exclusively who are unjust or who are evil. And know that Allah, our God, is severe in punishing evil. But guard yourselves against afflictions or against trials or against wounds or whatever that may not strike or hit us exclusively. That's evil, the evil ones. It might hit the good and the evil. It don't mean it's gonna be the same result But things happen to the good and and to the wicked. The sun shines on the good and on the wicked, right? The rain falls on the good and on the wicked. But it's our actions and intents and intentions and motives and all that that determine how that sun and that rain and all that ultimately affect us. So yeah, I got to just be careful because it's like I said, it's sensitive, but certain things still warnings and certain things still have to be given and addressed, and because it's just going to get worse. Like the Bible say, if you believe in the Bible, these are just the beginnings of sorrow, just the beginnings of sorrow, right? You either believe that or you don't. I know it's true. These are just the beginnings of sorrow. So it's designed to herd us up like sheep, like lamb, like cattle to the good shepherd, to ultimate, safety, because if not, we getting herded to the fire. We're gonna get, the bad end of the stick. This is the today's little flight. It was a medical transport jet with a child patient and 5 others aboard that crashed into a Philadelphia neighborhood shortly after takeoff this evening, exploding in a fireball and setting several homes ablaze, right? A medical transport jet with a child patient and 5 others aboard. Why would the good God do that? Why would a good God allow that? What does that mean? Right? And that's what made me just, reminded me of in the days of Noah, in the days as it was in the days of Noah, and in the days of Lot, meaning Sodom and Gomorrah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. The Son of Man, whoever, y'all into that, y'all might not be into the whole Bible religion thing. But I can't, certain things I can't ignore, and I can't be blind to. And I was watching one of the dudes I just seen on TMZ today, one of the flight attendants on the plane that crashed 2 days ago in DC. It was a little bald head white dude named, white dude named Ian Epstein, right? Ian Epstein. And he was, a very, very popular flight attendant. He said he was in Hollywood. He was a comedian, you know what I'm saying? But any of y'all, any of us that travel a lot or fly or not a lot, we know that the majority of, at least from my experience, the majority of the flight attendants on there, especially if they males, are on the rainbow, the the rainbow, the Sodom and Gomorrah side of the culture, right? So if that's the norm and that's what Trump, is against now, he's literally fighting against that whole liberal, whatever, you know what I'm saying? What is the God's judgment on that? When does the God get? I'm not saying that that happened because of that, but I'm just looking at what TMZ promoted and how they're gonna really memorialize the people of certain tragedies or whatever. Like we all want to see them as heroes and martyrs and innocent and this and that. But if in the days of Noah, women, children, babies, elderly, what I'm saying, all of them got wiped out. They all could be considered innocent or whatever, loving family members, sweet, what I'm saying, best friends, so funny, so cheerful, always made everybody smile. Like, so I'm trying to just understand. I'm trying to get us to understand and start a conversation. And it a lot of people say, man, it's too soon. No, it's never too soon. It's probably too late. We probably too late, because if the chastisement is real, it already has begun. If it already has begun, then we got to catch up to what's going on. Is this God business? Did God and does God cause this? Because he clearly, or it, she, whatever, clearly is allowing it. Clearly, because it's happening. But is the God actually causing it? Is this God's punishment? Is this God's wrath? Is this God's judgment? Because everybody was partying and giving in marriage and drinking and buying and selling and doing all like the Bible said when the flood came, or when the fire and brimstone came, right? So if this is really the last days, and all of the signs, all of prophecies done been fulfilled, that is clearly the last days, then what should we be expecting? What do we know what this is that's happening? Is God involved? And if God is involved, what is he saying according to fulfillment of Scripture or whatever you and I believe in? Some of us might be atheists, some of us might be agnostic. We don't believe in none of that. Then how do you explain it? How do you explain what the calamities increasing in the weather, and the tragedies increasing, the diseases increasing, famine, the pestilence, the wars, and the nations is angry, all the stuff that the Bible literally say? How do you explain it if it's not that? So I kind of wanted to open up the lines and Friday night, because the people in Philadelphia, they probably thought, I'm not talking about the ones on the plane, the innocent patient and doctors and mother or parents or whatever that was on the plane that lost their life, but the people on the ground at the mall, at the little strip mall that the plane came down on, they probably planned on going out partying tonight. They probably got their clothes, they were shopping or something, so it's time for us to really like wake up and and deal with some reality. That's what I want to do tonight. So let me scroll on back and shout y'all out. Ahmad Jabril, Cousin Pookie on the couch, AC Perkins, salute, MT, planes dropping like flies, see Allah, peace, class. Malika, I see you, peace. Madan, salute. 1010 Farms, look like something was shot out the sky. Rise Radio, shalom, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. CLI says, Surah number 3, children of Imran, manifestation of losses, it would be wise to study the Quran. K Beautiful J, widespread. Yeah. Sarad, wa alaikum salam. King Z, Uptown Alley Cat, salute. Cyber Hack. I mean, that's all possible. It's all possible. Big Adrian, I definitely shouted you out when I first got on. I don't know if you was on here or not, but of course, super shout out. Thank you, Big Adrian. When you play it back, you'll see what I'm talking about. Holy Quran 825. Yeah. Guard yourselves. Yep. American Negro News, salute. Wrench Mob Gods. The gods. And the gods are either our best friends or our worst enemies. Let me say that again. God and the gods angels are either our best friends or our worst enemies, because they are the superior in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, force, and power. And they're human beings. The gods and the angels, whether they're the gods of righteousness and the angels of righteousness, or the gods of wickedness and the angels of wickedness, they are human beings. And they're either your best friends or your worst enemies. No in between. So when I be saying, shouts out to my wrench mob gods, my mod gods, God mods, that's what I mean. Because if they over here helping Brother Cam, it don't mean that it can't be some agents and some, COINTELPRO slipping in here that I don't know of, because I don't know none of my wrench mob mods personally. So, that's a disclaimer. We've never met, you know what I'm saying? But they support me and us and what we do here or whatever. So I just got to put that out there, because I'm aware that if if I got a file, this thick, a FBI and a CIA file and all that, before I ever hit social media, they're definitely following me here too. So, but that being said, salute and thanks for your help. If you are an agent, if y'all any of agents or provocateurs or enemies here, then I thank God for you too, because Solomon, know how to put them all to work. But if you really are, on the God team, then God is blessing you as you help him bless me. And because we all are trying to help Farrakhan. So the more we help Farrakhan, who is the Messiah among us, in the last few days that among us that we are enjoying, because so thank y'all, for helping me to help him and helping us to help him, which is helping us. Knowledge, walaikum salam. Carl Muhammad, walaikum salam. Uptown Alley Cat for sure. Assalamu alaikum to everybody. You definitely get me in person. Definitely met me. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's all good. Even if I met you though, even if I met you, you know what I'm saying? Jesus met Judas. Judas was one of his day ones. So you understand my point. It don't mean like that. I'm just trying to give a public disclaimer because, I don't know what somebody gonna do. I don't know who sent them. I don't know why they really here until, God show and prove to me exactly who's who. Same with me. You don't take my word on no face value. I might be the number one snitch agent, COINTELPRO provocateur. So take everything you hear me say and do with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it personal. But just understand, I know it's wartime, and I know this is the time of betrayal. This is the time of your day one turning on you and flipping on you and ratting on you and selling you out to be crucified. So this don't mean I don't love you and I don't, absolutely thank the Lord, thank the God for any help that y'all give. But at the same time, in war, just like Godfathers or whatever, say keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. It's also parts in the book that say, beware of those bringing gifts. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people's going to try to test your character and see if you give them a gift, would you turn the other way when they do their dirt? You know what I'm saying? You think you buying a little prostitute or something. So we don't do that here. So I'm just letting it be known. I'm not saying that that's none of y'all's motive, but whoever it is, because somebody is sent here, trust and believe. We ain't over here not infiltrated. So I'm speaking to whoever I'm speaking to. But all praise is due to Allah. You know what I'm saying? We protected. It's a lot. It's a lot that we're gonna talk about. It's a lot that we're gonna go into is about the powers of insight and the powers of the original man knowing and woman knowing how to tune, and the radio in the head, and just different things, but it's all love. It's all love for the righteous. It's not all love for the wicked, though. I don't love the wicked, and neither do my God. Black Symphony Beats, Ecclesiastes, if thou would get a friend, prove him fit, and be not hasty to credit him. Man, there it is. I didn't know exactly what the bar was, but Black Symphony Beats just pulled it out. So that's how I live my life. I still, no matter what, even if you a devil, even if you whatever, I treat every human being the way that I want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? I do unto others as I would want done unto me. But if I see that somebody is an enemy and is intentionally, trying to cause harm or to deceive or to poison or to rob or whatever, then the curse of me, my God, my Mahdi, our Messiah, and us righteous and the angels is all on those people. Those curses immediately is on you if that's what you want, and you will be strung up. You will be publicly humiliated and exposed and dealt with. in this dispensation of time now, in this season. The season where grace is over with. So I'm not making no physical threats. I'm talking about what the spooky, mysterious, God is going to do to you in all of our faces. So be careful playing with the sons and daughters of Farrakhan or, Elijah Muhammad or the Nation of Islam. Be careful. Even the people that have been talking so bad against Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan and Master Fard Muhammad and the nation. Watch what happens to them now. Not saying that we're not going to do nothing physical to them unless they, get out of line and aggress and do something physical. And that's a whole different kind of demonstration that you'll see. But just from the verbal attempt at slander and blasphemy, watch now what's going to be happening, what is happening to anybody that has been saying whatever they've been saying and didn't clean it up and didn't atone and apologize by now. Watch now. Watch. And ain't just watch the weather, watch their weather. Watch their weather. Let me get to the StreamYard chat link. Marco Ja, peace. I see you. Said, let me on. Letting anybody on. There's a StreamYard link. You heard, for as much as you heard so far, we're going to get into this very controversial subject about life and death and God and chastisement. Wrath and chastisement is everybody that we see these things happening to going to heaven. You believe in heaven. Are they going to heaven? Are they going into the loving arms of a loving God? When God, if you believe in God and Moses too, but Noah's Ark, did everybody that drowned go to heaven? Because God, according to Genesis, said that it grieved him at his heart. He was enraged. He was wrathful and grieved that he ever even made man on the earth, because their mind was continually on doing evil, no matter what he provided them with. This particular new people, minds and actions and words and everything was continuously on doing evil. So did they go to heaven? Because according to the Bible, he got rid of them. Marco Ja.
Hello? You hear me?
Yeah.
No, I just want to know what's the topic tonight?
Say what now?
What's the topic tonight?
The topic is stay in the chat for right now. Marco Ja, peace to you. Yeah, we're just gonna have to keep you down there because we're not really tolerating that. The topic is what I've been saying, especially, I don't know how long you've been here, and it's the title that's printed on the live, it's breaking news. We was talking about God and whatnot. Y'all got to just pardon me because my patience, and my tolerance level is pretty low right now, because I'm in the spirit of God this season. I just got to be careful. Matter of fact, let me take this off the screen because I don't want to mix signals. I don't want to mix signals and offend anybody that's grieving. But this is what's making me think. I have to think. This makes us. It should make us all get on the subject of asking God, whoever the God is, what is God? Where is God? How does God operate? You know what I'm saying? Is he causing this to happen? Is he, because he or she or it or whatever guy, you know what I'm saying? I just want to talk about that. Madon, my contributor on the ground, man. How's my God brother?
Oh man, what's up, Cam? I've been out of commission for the last 3 days, man. I caught some bug, man, but I'm back at like 70%. I fast. I've been drinking number straight water for the last 3 days, but I'm back, man. You feel me?
Right. What's your thoughts? I brought you back on, Marco Ja. Uh, but Madon, do you got any? Was you on for a minute? Did you hear a few minutes of what I was just talking about?
Oh yeah, I've been listening the whole time. Yep, yep. It's interesting, man. Like it make you wonder, like how these things just falling out the sky like this. I don't think it's just by accident. And I hate the loss of life, but it's real strange, and it almost sounded like a missile the way from the video, from the ring camera, the way
The
it
one
was. But I
today,
mean,
the
yeah, the
one
one
today.
today in Philadelphia. Yeah, the one you showed a little while ago.
Yeah, I think that was just a jet. The jet sound. I don't know if it was a small jet or if it was a Cessna kind of plane. I don't know what kind of plane it was, but I heard it too. It sounded like just the sound of the jet engine.
Yeah, yes, that's real, and it was. Hey, man, that was that was devastating, man. Like you could see the panic on his face, like of the guy in the video. Like that was
Yeah,
traumatized. I can tell he was traumatized by it. Yeah, man. So
absolutely.
January it's been a hell of a January. I tell you that.
Yeah, that's the key word. Hell, the hell of a hell on
Hey,
earth. Hell is being brought to the earth. The hell that we had to suffer, of course, for the last 400 and some years. Could it be now that as was done to us, now is beginning to be done to the ones that did it to us? Is that possible?
yeah, man, make you wonder, man. Like and Trump ain't holding back. From what he was saying about the other crash. How he. It shocked me that he blamed the Black Hawk helicopter.
Well,
That kind of shocked me that he could.
yeah, he
What's
didn't.
that?
He didn't necessarily blame the helicopter. He blamed who might have been piloting the helicopter and what type of DEI policy allowed that alleged helicopter pilot, to even be flying at night. That's
That's
what he
true.
was
And at
getting
that
at.
height, yeah, you're exactly right. And at that
Yeah,
height,
it ain't
like
got
what
to
was
do
he
nothing
doing
with
at
the
that?
height. Yeah, it don't have nothing to do with the height or nothing. It's the person. What was the standards and the qualifications that was supposed to be in place to not even allow people to do that, and not because they was black or lesbian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What did they prove? Did they prove that they was qualified? Anybody can be qualified. I agree with the so-called DEI when it comes to education, like and going to college to be accepted in certain colleges so you can learn to you can have access to equal education so you can compete on the same level as so-called geniuses or whatever. But if you just allowed a job, you know what I'm saying, where it's high safety risk and all that involved, and you just hired because they're trying to fill a quota of this kind of person and that kind of person, no, that's all wrong. That's all bad. I totally agree with Trump on that. When it comes to actual safety, career jobs in the safety business, nah, you need to know exactly. You need to be the top of the food chain, top of your field. But if it comes to education and learning how to do that stuff, then I agree with DEI hires and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel where you're coming
Um,
from. I definitely feel what you're
Marco,
saying on that.
Yes, I'm here. Um, I mean my take on it is I'm not worried about Trump being in office, and I'm just hearing a lot of from my friends and a lot of black folks. Oh, when Trump get in office, and from my mom. Oh, you better do this before Trump get in office. You better do this before that, and it's like communities in America that don't worry about the vote and worry about who's president. It's I'm in the Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina area where it's Indians and Chinese people out here. And it's a lot of blacks and whites out here and Hispanics. But the Chinese people, they don't worry about who becomes president. The Indian people, they don't worry about who becomes president. They put the money together. But I just follow what the nation teaches us, for us to own land. I'm a
Who do
good.
you think who do you think is behind the calamities that's going on right now? Do you believe in God? You believe in the God of the nation? Is God cause? Do you believe God is causing that, or is God allowing that? Like, what do you think is going on regarding? Does God have wrath? Just like if we believe in, you don't even got to be in a nation. You could be a Christian, Jewish, Hebrew. You can be a Muslim, whatever. But all three of them books say that God has a wrath against human beings that live a certain type of lifestyle that he's against, and he allows them a certain amount of time to live that lifestyle. But if they don't change, then according to the book, like Noah, the flood, or Sodom and Gomorrah, the fire and brimstone, sulfur and brimstone, or Egypt, or Babylon, or ancient Rome, or Revelations, the plagues and the seven seals, you know what I'm saying? So what do you think is going on that level? We ain't tripping on Trump or nothing like that. We talking about God and what's happening to the people.
Well, honestly, Cam, like I the main question I wanted to ask you really is it's like, because you always say the same God that was the same God 100,000 years ago wasn't the same God, and the teachings, it gets deep, and you have to throw away what you learned before. But I mean, to me, I've read what Elijah Muhammad and Master Fard Muhammad taught me is that the end of the white man's reign and his rule and his power is going to diminish in the year 1911. So I
He
I,
didn't teach that.
I, I might could be wrong, but I remember reading something like that. Um, um,
So what is your belief though about what's
it's
going
a
on right now?
it's a
What do you
certain.
believe is going on right now?
I believe that the black man is taking his planet back. That's what Elijah Muhammad taught, that it's a certain amount of time the white man is going to have rule. So his time has been up for a while, even though the white man has been looking like he's been in power. His like you like the English, Great Britain, UK empire is it's the largest empire in Europe.
You going somewhere else, bro. We're not talking about a Euro history lesson. Like I asked you a specific question. Sound like you drunk. Are you drunk right now? You tipsy a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, just go back to the chat, man. I'm gonna talk to somebody else. Peace. Madon, Mac Main, absolutely right. It's 1914, and but I wasn't even gonna entertain that because I heard the wine and spirits. I heard the evil spirits of poison intoxication. So it kind of irritated me, but I still try to leave you on there, Marco job. But you stay in the chat, man. This is not for um, altered states and intoxicated minds and voices. We got to be clear and sober today, at least on my chat. But go ahead, Madon.
Oh yeah, can you hear me, Cam? Because I don't know if I was breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, cool. Well, me personally, I would say it was. I think it was the Most High, man. Just based off my belief system and how I was raised. Because I remember anytime somebody passed away growing up, the elder people would be like, well, it was the Lord calling them home, or it was this,
Right.
that, and the third. So, me personally, um, I would say it would have to be I would have to say the Most High either allowed it. I'm just gonna be straight up
Well,
in my
he
humble.
clearly allows it if God exists. So we can even put that option on the side. It's happening, so clearly he's allowing it. So we know that. But now my specific question, and like I said, I'd be trying to be sensitive because I don't want to use tragedy and people as mourning, to associate that with God, chastising or wrath coming down on your loved ones because they was evil. Because that's why I quoted the Quran verse that says, guard yourselves against a trial that may not afflict or strike those of you that's exclusively that's unjust or that's wrong, that's evil. Some affliction, just like the Fauci juice or the pandemic, it afflicted those of us that was righteous too. We got caught up in if that was a biological viral weapon of mass destruction. A lot of innocent people got caught up in that, and God let that happen. The same righteous God let that happen, but those are considered martyrs because they got took out by an enemy's weapon, but now God and the righteous is going to avenge them. So I'm not saying that just because you might have, loved one or you might have perished, in one of these tragedies that God was angry at you or wrathful at your loved one. I'm not saying that, but I am trying to get us on that subject to where we're gonna have to think about it. We're gonna have to think into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real, man. It definitely, like you said, it's definitely controversial. It's definitely a shaky topic to speak on because, like you said, you don't want to be insensitive at the same time. So, I understand what you're saying.
Rise Radio, hop on the live with me. Rise Radio, hop on the live with me because you said, Yeshua drank wine, brother Cam. Would you cut him off? If he was on the live slurring and not keeping on the subject, I would, and I'll cut you off if you don't hop on the live with me right now. That's how it works over here. It don't mean that I'm the best or I'm God or nothing like that, but this is, my program. This is my, how I run my program. But I appreciate that question. I want to hear you ask me and why you asked me that question, Rise Radio. I want to hear your voice. I want to see your face or hear your voice because now you on the spotlight. So let's talk about that question, Rise Radio, because it seemed like you didn't like what I did, and you might not like what I'm about to do with you. And it's no disrespect. If you don't want to converse about it, then you won't like what I'm about to do. But go ahead, Madame, my bad.
Oh no, you good, Cam. It just made me think, man, because I mean, like the scripture said, even the very elect of us will be deceived, So like you said, it ain't like just because you innocent or that the wrath came down because you did something wicked, even the very elect was gonna be confused or either taken up in the wrath.
Absolutely. If he said if them days wasn't shortened, if God didn't shorten the days or the length of the chastisement or the days of trial and tribulation for his elect's sake, for the sake of those that wasn't wicked, that even the wicked or the righteous elect wouldn't live, wouldn't it'd take us all out. We none of us could endure it. So that's what that means. So you absolutely right. Yeah. So once you see that God got zero tolerance for certain stuff, and then I want to be God like, why would I look like having tolerance for something that God don't got tolerance for? So that reminds me of Lot. You know what I'm saying? Abraham's nephew Lot. He wanted to save the rainbow people. He was like, would you destroy the wicked alone? I mean, the innocent along with the guilty? Talking about God and his angels. Like, he was like, okay, well, I tell you what, Lot, if you can go find 50 righteous in this whole city, I'll spare the city. You know what I'm saying? So he went and tried to find 50, he wasn't able. Okay, find 30. find 20, find 10, find 1. So however many days it took Lot to go get proved wrong 4 or 5 times, that's 4 or 5 extra days that them rainbow people was violating children or doing some PDF files or some other kind of crime. You just extended because you didn't believe that it was time for them angels to show up and do what they were supposed to do. So you just extended some unnecessary violations that was victimizing whoever that you wasn't aware of. So it's gonna come down to having to study really what's what and who's who. L. Davis, my bad. L. Davis.
Shalom, shalom, my brother.
Salam. What's your thoughts on this subject?
Man? Well, man, the only thing I was saying is that while you may have disagreed with what the previous brother was saying or stating.
Oh, this Rise Radio?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good. So
Yes,
L.
sir.
Davis is Rise Radio. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm listening. I'm quiet. Go ahead.
Yeah, Lewis,
All right.
Seed of David, What I was saying was that, I understand while you may have disagreed with what the previous brother was saying or what he was stating. I mean, the idea of bringing up if he was drinking or consuming or partaking was the issue. That's another thing, and
that's another thing to who?
You stated it, right? So I just think that we need to find a common ground to agree on and stop, attacking our brothers.
So did I attack him?
Well, kind of, but
I attacked him. Well, you shouldn't be here. So I'm attacking you two right now, respectfully. I'm attacking you off the live. Peace. So we don't do that here. So peace to you, Rise Radio. You're blocked. Had to do that because if that's what you're gonna perceive or accuse me of publicly, I attack somebody. Not somebody attack me with intoxicants, you know what I'm saying, or just slurring and rambling or whatever. Like, I'm not here to do Alcoholics Anonymous. This is not Alcoholics Anonymous YouTube show. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking God. So if I'm talking God, you know what I'm saying, and I'm trying to talk where it's sensitive, fresh calamity and loss of life, you know what I'm saying, and we trying to understand where God's hand is in this. I'm not tolerating no foolishness, no drug, tutters, whatever you're doing, stutter, slurring, no getting off the subject, off the track. That's just like somebody coming. I'm a school teacher, and you come in my classroom high or drunk, even if you ain't quote unquote violating or whatever, and then somebody say, "Why are you attacking him? Because he's drunk." Like, you know what I'm saying? So pardon me, because you can see probably my temperature is kind of going up. So let me go on and calm down, because I just ain't having it. I'm not playing none of that. Marco Ja is still here. So Marco Ja is still here, and Wise Radio is blocked. How about that? What is the lesson behind that? The one that you thought you was taking up for, that you said I attacked, he ain't attacked because he's still here. You know what I'm saying? But the one that accused me of attacking him, you won't see him again unless he do a fake page. Right? K Beautiful J, that's what it's called. I mean, they just don't know that. My general orders allow nobody to commit a nuisance on or near my post, especially, at night during the time of very important meetings about life and death and God's involvement in our life and our death. So we're not having none of that. Y'all welcome to unfollow me. Y'all welcome to, report me or whatever to YouTube, your YouTube superiors, if that's the God you believe in, the YouTube gods. But if you appreciate, your little brother and what I represent, then I thank y'all for still being here. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for still being here. Right. And you're gonna hit me with a straight slander. That's why I wanted, like, okay. So I attacked them. I'm just listening. They're gonna hang themselves with their real intentions, with their words. You give them a few minutes. It took him a few seconds. Okay, I don't need to hear no more. Well, I'm gonna convince you that you need to be around. I need to change my language for you. If you don't get the F up out of here and beat it like Michael Jackson. But
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead, Madonna.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real, man. It's I mean, I don't even see how that brother even came to that conclusion of you attacking him. You know what I mean? It just goes to show you the level of maturity our people haven't reached yet, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
And it
unfortunate.
sounds like I'm
You know what I'm
sorry.
saying? But
But
hey,
you be inspiring me to. But he sound like a black man. If you a black man and you talking female feelings and emotional sensitivities, like do you know how long God has held his peace and been sensitive and pardoning, and like, so by the time you hop on here, you don't know me. You ain't got no history with me. You don't know the 35 years of what I done put up with and sacrifice my family and my life and my health and my finances for niggas. You know what I'm saying? For my people. You gonna hop on here, Johnny come lately style, and tell me what I need to be, having more patience and tolerance with, when I'm telling you that grace is over with. You don't have to believe it, but you seeing now grace is over with on my YouTube channel. So let that be a sign about real life.
Yeah, man. The brother should have known better to come up on here tipsy when we having a touchy topic like this about God and people who done lost their lives. To me, the brother, he was disrespectful for even
Well,
hanging
no,
panel.
yeah, it ain't really on him, because that's trauma. So if you got trauma, if you're dealing with trauma, then you probably are going, hit some courage juice and say, I want to vent. This is my way of, I want to, confess, or I'm dealing with my issues. That's why I didn't get rid of Marco Ja. I didn't get rid of Marco Ja. I got rid of the dude that sounded like he was so sober, you know what I'm saying, that he wanted to judge me, you know what I'm saying, about how I handled my drunk brother. You know what I'm saying? How did I know he was drunk? You know what I'm saying? Am I just use my psychic powers and shit? How did I know he was drunk? He didn't lie. Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm drinking. Okay, well, just go back to the chat. You know what I'm saying? But the judge my YouTube judge had a problem with that. That's why he's going to be judging from somewhere else, or from a dummy page.
Yeah, that's real. You break it down like that, man. It make a lot of sense. You break it down like that. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just sensitive right now because for one, and maybe I shouldn't say this, for one, my mother-in-law got laid to rest, or her body got laid to rest today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm there for my wife and for my family and for her sisters and such and such, trying to, but at the same time, there's other things happening in the world. It's other, life is being lost different kind of ways. It's just a lot going on right now. And nobody knows what another person is going through. Like I said, that's why I didn't get rid of Marco Ja. If you drinking, you probably stressing on some real trauma yourself that I'm not judging you for, but you just not qualified. You're not in the right state right now to be talking with me while I'm in whatever state I'm on. You know what I'm saying? That I'm trying to vent and talk my way through what I'm dealing with, and sharing it with y'all. So that's why I ask y'all forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me for my roughness and spirit and this and that. But I definitely wasn't attacking nobody. And if I was, then you just don't need to be here, because I'm gonna attack you. If you feel like I'm attacking somebody, then you need to go on and get ghosts. Go on and get ghosts down, because I'm gonna attack you.
Hey, I feel that. I feel.
Yeah. So you just don't know what time, what made it the last straw for Allah or for God in the days of Noah? Like, what was the last straw that, like, he was like, man, F these niggas. Like, it's time to, you know what I'm saying, send this flood. What was the last straw? Like, you know what I'm saying? Something had to be the last straw. In the days of Noah, something was the last straw. Just one too many sticking your tongue out, one too many you know, cheeks, you know, same gender cheek activity. It's just one last thing, and you don't know what that thing gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what our people is dealing with, right? You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know what nobody dealing with. That's why, you know, all right, well, just get the F up out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is campaign. You know, it's not cam pleasure. It's not cam catering to your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that make you wonder, man. Like you said, what was that last straw? You know what I'm saying? What was that last straw that caused those calamities? You know what I'm saying? It was like a thief in the night or a twinkling of an eye almost. You know, it was like just came from nowhere type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it says. All of a sudden, while they partied or while they slept or while they was eating and drinking or while they was buying and selling, all of a sudden, that's Popeye opened this can of spinach. That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. And you had no clue. Well, shit, this is the same thing I was doing yesterday. Like, what, you know? But nah, this time it costed you. So this is where we all are. All of us is volatile like that. All of us is like little volcanoes ready to erupt, deadly erupt. But the worst of the volcanoes is the Christ people, the Nation of Islam people. Those are the righteous, most worst, the most powerful. That you ain't seen no type of eruption. You ain't seen no type of warfare until you seen what these got in store. So just leave, you know, just leave us alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to deal with a topic here. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're not keeping up, you don't know what I'm talking about, but then you asking me to get on, like, why get on? Like, okay, do you want to talk about your problem? Talk about your problem. I'm drinking because what? I'm drinking because I'm dealing with some demons. I was traumatized as a child. I was violated by some man as a child. Maybe you want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But let's not waste each other's time. Let's go right to the demons. Let's go right to the dragons. Let's slay these dragons. But
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's
I'm sorry,
real, man.
man.
That's straight.
I'm sorry, man. I keep
Oh no,
cutting you
Cam.
off.
Hey man, you gotta kick it, bro. You gotta kick it. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know, hey, you just telling it like it is, man. And you know, hey, that's what it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be straight up to the point. Ain't no sugarcoating. So to me, you just keeping it a buck.
Man, I'm just life is lifing, right? And
Right.
especially when you gotta, you know, you gotta deal with the other side of the coin, which is death, especially of a loved one or a family member or whatever, and you know who caused it. You know what I'm saying? All of our loved ones, my mother, may Allah be pleased, both my sisters, may Allah be pleased, so many of my family members that are no longer here because of the beast, because of the real enemy, and they didn't know it. And I know it, so I gotta avenge them. But then when I hear my own people that's still, you know, weak and they poisoning themselves, I got, you know, low tolerance or zero tolerance today for that. I don't want to hear you poisoning yourself. Like, go poison, you know, go over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to deal with the soberness. I'm trying to get us to lock in on the real enemy and how we gonna fight back and avoid ourselves from being taken out and taken down. You know what I'm saying? The way that we getting taken out. So that's what I'm on right now. I want us to fight for our own health, not fight for excuses about why I'm gonna keep poisoning myself today, or not be weak and say, well, I'm just going to take myself out. I'm a coward. I'm just going to I can't take it another day. I understand painkillers and morphine. I understand, you know, alcohol and weed and why we stay on that. I understand it, but just, you know, discipline yourself a little bit, you know, challenge yourself to face your trauma sober. Don't be a coward about, you know, your trauma. Face your demons sober. And you're going to find that you got, you know, a sword and you got the strength, you know, you're going to find the courage. God going to get behind you and get, you know, he going to support you. Don't rely on poison to fight your enemy. Don't rely on drugs and alcohol and you know, whatever else to fight your fight. Fight is sober. Honor Roll. Thank you, Honor Roll, for the super chat. Man, thank you. And like I said, forgive me of the spirit. It really ain't a forgive me because it is what it is. I don't want to offend you, but I'm on the offense. So I'm going to offend. I'm on the offense. So, and I keep on over talking you, Madon, but you know, you there for me as like a anchor on this, so I just don't fly all the way off the rail. You kind of keeping me on the track. But you say something, you might get 2 or 3 words in it, and I'm gonna cut you off because you helping me focus and vent and blow off this steam. So I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that.
Oh, no doubt, Cam. You know, I understand, man. You know, and because you're right and exact, man, and we living in serious times, you know, and I had to check myself. Because the last 3 days, I've been out of commission. You know what I mean? I caught some bug, and I had to check myself like, dang, I ain't been drinking the most water like I've been needing. Yeah. I ain't been filling myself with vitamin C and this right here. So I had to check myself over the last 3 days because I was out of commission, man, for the last 3 days, you know?
Yeah. So like I said, I appreciate you. And Marco, I see Marco John. You said Marco Cam got me crying, like, but that's good. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know I love you, Marco. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. We didn't chopped it up before. Like the new guy, whatever that I had to block, he don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But I know you dealing with trauma. I know you dealing with real demons, you know what I'm saying, that you was innocent, you know what I'm saying, that happened to you or whatever. So yeah, don't quit. I understand you just on your medication, your painkillers right now. Don't quit. As soon as you know, let that wear off and shit, get back on the, you know, in the fight, get back in the war, you know, sober. But you know, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I love y'all that's watching and listening. I don't care what you did. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't love, I love Rise Radio, but you just got to be taught certain lessons. So, and I'm being taught lessons every day. So you know, anything I say to you, the double-edged sword cut me just as sharp. So I know what I'm talking about, but I just want to know, let Marco know, you know what I'm saying? It's all love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong. You know what I'm saying? Don't rely on the alcohol or the weed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Start phasing out of that, start breaking that habit. Stand on your own, you know, your heart and soul, because I know the trauma is real. Say that one more time. I know the trauma is real, but you realer. Your sober mind is realer than the trauma. I know it hurt to go revisit it, and you know, but you got to go clear it out. And I'm with you, and brothers and sisters that's in the nation is with you to do that. So whenever you get sober and, you know what I'm saying, get back, you know, whatever, man, hop on the live with me and we can just do a whole one-on-one or whatever about whatever you want to talk about. All right. But again, my apologies, but Madon, like,
Oh no, you good, Cam. I mean, to me, you only doing it for the better interest of our people, man. And you know, our people need that. Sometimes we need that correction, that thorough correction. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of our people, we just let our people slide by and just continue to go on until it's too late. You know, at least you trying to get a people a sound alarm, so to speak, you know, and you just say, hey, y'all do better, live better, and get yourself together because we live in a serious time. And hey man, what's coming down the road, I just want you to be prepared for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's coming down the road after that, if we can hold on, and not burn ourselves out or take ourselves out or allow somebody else to take us out, even though, it's about to get worse, what's coming right after that is power and healing and removing all your grief, removing all your fears. I'm talking about it's a real technology. Like, man, if we can hold on, and that's what I'm trying to get us to do. Don't rely on the poison or the whatever the vices of our enemies. As much as it's gonna hurt, rely on your sober, healthy body. Rely on this hospital, this brain, and this body, and the information, the oil that's in your lamp. If you know anything about Farrakhan, you just gotta nurse that. Get your Quran, get your lessons, get all your books, Message of the Black Man, Fall of America, Our Savior Has Arrived, videos or whatever on YouTube. Just nurse on that. If you ain't got the patience or you can't, focus enough to read or whatever, just listen to the minister. Listen to the minister videos or audios. Nurse on that. Go to sleep to it. Wake up to it. Work out to it. Because that's what we missing. You can eat healthy, you can fast and all of that, but that mental food, that mental spiritual food is what we deficient of. We malnourished when it comes to that. You got to nurse on that like a baby bottle. But Farrakhan is the Quran. Farrakhan is the Bible in the flesh. So if you don't got the patience, or you ain't into that heretofore thouist, canst notist and all that, just listen to Farrakhan, man. Just listen to Farrakhan. That's the best book out, the audio book or video book or flesh and blood book. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Big Rule, walaikum salam. K, beautiful J, do not be dismayed by the calamities of this world. Right. Rejoice, O ye heavens, and those that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, because the devil's coming down on us, having great wrath if we earthly based. You know what I'm saying? If we focusing on the bag and focusing on our appearance and sex and such and image and pride and all of that, woe to you. You will be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But rejoice, those of us that see all of these things, that means the deliverance is near. And you already suffered for 470 years. Why not get a righteous, glorified, glorious, divine return on your investment? Why not get the crown? You suffered the hell. Damn. Don't let the hell take you out. Don't come all of this way just to come this far. Don't come this far just to come this far and then just, burn out or sell out or give out. You may as well plant your feet and go the rest of the way through the fire. You done went through the worst. That's why you traumatized. You already been through the worst of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Listen to Farrakhan. Hold on to Farrakhan. Hold on to his teachings. I'm telling you, if you're not familiar with it, get familiar with it. If you used to be familiar with it and you kind of fell off and got, carried off into the tide of everyday living and trying to get your money and blah, blah, get back on your Farrakhan. Get back on your Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad books and videos. It don't mean you got to call yourself a Muslim. No, you don't have to be a Muslim. It's not the Muslim religion. It's knowledge of self. It's called knowledge of your original Black or indigenous self. Not Muslim, Islam, religion, Quran. No. Knowledge of your original God power self, as greatest example by Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan. Asia. See what I'm saying? When the guys get to talking, and my daughter was just, kind of signaling for you. That's it right there. The gods. That's the Lord. Thank you, Aisha. You say it. You say it.
Thank you, Aisha.
Yeah.
We very much appreciate it.
Man, more than you know. More than you know. Boy, like I say, the Lord might not show up when you call him or her, but he's always on time in the person of our people. Always on time. Thank you, Aisha. Thank Allah for you and thank Allah in you. As always, you just don't know, boy. But anyway,
don't know how much.
you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. But thank all of y'all though. It's not, and I don't be trying to like put Aisha on blast, because just the fact that we here, everybody is here because you paying attention. That's equivalent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is pricelessly valuable. It's not God desire that not one of us be lost or left behind. But I just do have to, acknowledge those of us that go above and beyond. And for whatever reason, I don't know Aisha. She'll tell you we never met in person, never talked on the phone, or nothing like that. But shit, she been an angel over here in these YouTube streets. She, that's like down there. The co-founder of Motel 7 around this from year that go back years before I was even on this page. So again, thank you, Aisha, and thank all of y'all. We just heard about mother-in-law. Yeah. I didn't even want to promote that, but all praise is due to Allah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Madame, man, kick it. Just kick it kick it over to you. Turn it over to you, Madame.
Well, man, I think you giving it to us raw, man, and straight to the point. You know what I mean? It definitely uplifts my spirit because, like I said, for the last 3 days, I've been down. So, I've been listening to your podcast while I've been laying in bed. It's definitely been uplifting. And to me, like I said, man, you just want the people to be on the straight and narrow, and stay steadfast to the true teachings that's going to help us prevail in these times. You know what I mean? And not the spook God, because I still got a little spook God in me that I got to get rid of. I'm not ashamed to,
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I want us to experience at least a percentage of this God power that you never knew you was. You never knew you had these God powers, and a lot of times, if you displayed them when you was younger or little, you either thought they was witchcraft, or you thought it was the devil, or you thought somebody told you it was black magic or voodoo or evil or something like that. No, these had to do with your natural powers of because so many of our sisters that seers that might be able to see ahead of time certain things that's coming into the future, but it's always negative. I saw that my such and such was about to die. I saw it's always like negative, like a curse thing, like some death or some evil, or like why do we always only use our God powers to focus on evil or negative or something like that? No, the same God power that can see death or that can see injury is the same God power that you're supposed to be able to use to prevent it and to get out of the way and to beat that negative vision or beat that negative prophecy, or to see pleasure, to see the best in a person that's displaying devil, but you see the God in them. You're supposed to be able to use that same power to see all of that and focus on the best part. But we program for self-destruction. We program for self-sabotage. We program to worship and believe in evil more than we believe in the good and the power of ourselves. So that's what I'm just trying to do, because I know if you can withstand this poverty, this stress, this all of that, like Revelation say, I know your basically your pains or your tribulations. I know your poverty, right? but you rich. You don't know you rich. You more than rich. You wealthy with the dormant DNA powers, perfected DNA powers of God. You are gods and don't have no clue. You are gods, but you got, your God plug, somebody pulled your plug out, and you just need to be able to at least experience one little ability of yours in the right kind of way. And then you would be so inspired that you will go through hell and high water. You will endure all kind of shit because you waiting for that crown. You waiting for them jewels to be, turned over to you by the Messiah when he get back. Because where he goes and shit, as he ascends and graduate, we're going to ascend and graduate, and he's going to be feeding us knowledge and access to our DNA, our God powers, while he's with the Father, while he's not physically among us. If we can just hold on and see, man, like, damn, I just don't want to see none of us squander or lose or not get to experience what I a small percentage what I've been able to experience already. Like, damn, and I know y'all gonna go so much further, and it just because all of us want to be known, want to be famous, want to be rich, and all of that. All that's already locked up in your DNA, way greater than the white man and his media and his dollar bills can ever add up to, ever equal up to. The real wealth that you carrying, that you are in your DNA, is the wealth of what created the heavens and the earth, all of the beauty, the mountains, the oceans, the rivers, the streams, the trees, the animals, the flowers, that all is your real wealth. It don't have shit to do with money. Don't have nothing to do with fame. No, the gods actually try to hide their identity. They so in bliss. They're so much in a constant condition of bliss and power. They don't want to be known as individuals. That's why we don't know them. That's why we don't know about them. Right? All of the gods for trillions of years, you don't know their names because they don't care about that. They care about being in power and bliss and spreading and improving creation, improving the people. Their names don't matter. I'm sorry, Madonna, you were saying something?
Oh no. I was just agreeing with you, man. Go ahead, Cam. You going in, bro.
Yeah, that's what I want us to enjoy. Because we paid the price. We've been through hell. We've been in hell. Ain't no hell after you die. We've been in the worst hell, the prison of hell in a flesh and blood body for the last 470 years. We paid the price. We paid the price. We are the body of Christ. We are the ones who died for your sins. We are the ones that got crucified for your sins. Y'all quick to say Jesus died for my sins. No, you are the body of Jesus that died for humanity's sins, especially this people, this descendant of slave people. That is the Christ that died for the rest of the people's sins, mentally dead, got crucified and pierced and nailed. You know what I'm saying? They can't move. They can't work. You know what I'm saying? Your hands is nailed down. Your feet is nailed down. I can't travel. My crown of thorns on my head and shit. I'm stressed and grieved and traumatized. I don't know who I am. I'm confused and in fear and terrified. That's us. We the Christ.
Hey,
but
I never heard it broke down like that, bro. That was powerful.
I mean, it's your identity. You know, it's your identity. So
yeah. I never heard the Christ broke down like that, man. Like, you know, that's enlightening.
Yeah, so it's a crown, the crown. It's a crown and the crown laid up for each one of us. God ain't going, he ain't, you know, waste our suffering. He avenging every one of us. And I'll be right back. All right. So had to anchor in real quick. Yeah, so I'm with y'all. I'm with my God to help get rid of this enemy off our planet, or at least present my life a living sacrifice to help do it. Yeah, but yes, that's about it. We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes left, man. So I don't wanna.
No, you're right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I was just gonna go back to what you said, man. We as a people, we've been engulfed with so much negativity. It's about time. It's about that time where we focus on the more positive things that can make our life better, and better diets, better mental mind frame, and a better way of thinking, instead of being engulfed with so much negative, man. And like you said, our sisters be having different potential to see certain things, but they always seeing the negative. It's always death or destruction. It's never prosperity and justice and righteousness. Well, I won't say never. Rarely talks about.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful thing, even the struggle and the pain and the torment and all of that is beautiful, because you know what it produces. Hell and heat and pressure and time, all of that's hell. But it produces a diamond. Labor and morning sickness and contractions and dilations and the ring of fire, and then bloodshed and screaming and pain and bruising and all of that. All of that's hell, but then it produces a new life. You know what I'm saying? A new beautiful life that makes you forget about all of the hell and blood and pain and all of that you went through to get to it. So that's where I'm at. Right back again. All right. Rube said we being forced to reach for contact and rely on the God within. Absolutely. Yeah. The kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is not out in space. It's not in the clouds with Jesus somewhere. It's not in some fifth dimension or some other afterlife. No, the kingdom of heaven is in you. And Jesus said, when you see me, and if we're the Jesus, like I just explained, we're the body. He's the head, Jesus. We're the body. When we see you, we supposed to see the Father. We supposed to see the kingdom, because the Father is in you. The kingdom of heaven is in you. It's not in space. It's not after you physically die. The kingdom of heaven and where the Father is in you. So that's who I'm speaking to. That's what Reuben is saying. We being forced to reach for that and contact that and access that in our DNA, in our heart, in our brain. It ain't just the pineal gland. It's every gland, every cell of your body the kingdom of God, or God is in that. The intelligence and the aim, will, purpose, pleasure, force, power is in every cell in your body. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. Invent, man, man, that's a blessing. Thank you, Invent. Invent One, peace to you, peace to you. Insane Wayne, Third Ward, all love. Yep, absolutely. K Beautiful J, my mother transitioned 3 years ago. It's not easy, for real, and it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be difficult, and difficulty is what brings about divine ease. Nothing worth having is easy. Nothing worth achieving and attaining is easy. So we absolutely, on the same page. Yeah. Von Eric, salute, Big Von. Oh man, so 5 minutes to funk. Madon, what you got, man? What you got for us?
Well, I would just say, man, a lot of our people are still stuck on the sweet, what is it called?
Sweet by and
the pie
by.
in the sky. Yeah, the pie in the sky and the sweet by and by, and I think, we definitely have to, what the brothers say, seek some sound on the ground while we're still around. So I think, basically that just means, look, like the brother Ruben said, look to the God within and pull that God within, pull it out and just, express it and hold. Because like I said, I still got a little spook in me. So, I'm still working on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting it.
But the spook is just lack of knowledge of that eternal part of yourself. So the whole mystery God, spirit God that so many of us believe in, especially as Christians, you just talking about your mind and your soul. You know what I'm saying? That is the part of you that, we consider, they call it spirit. Spirit is the wrong word. Spirit just means emotions, or spirit means the breath of life. That's not what we are. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that intelligence, that force that existed before it was a such thing as breath. You know what I'm saying? Is what brought the laws of creation and inhaling and exhaling into existence in the first place. But we want to jump into quantum physics, and we ain't never even mastered ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. What you need to be talking about out of body experience and soul and all that, when you don't even know how your physical body works. That's our problem. We want to jump into deep water and drown every time.
Yeah, you writing exact, man. You writing exact, because I think the Most High said something like, how could you ask, how could you I forgot how it go, but basically I think he was saying was, you don't he was basically I guess he was addressing the people saying, y'all barely understand earthly things. What make you think you're gonna understand heavenly things or something like that?
Right. That's right. I mean, even though their nature is heavenly, like when the Bible say, rejoice, O ye heavens, and those in them. Heaven don't mean in the sky like that. Heaven just means this, the heavenly, higher intelligence and understanding of the human being. The kingdom is here. So it's three expressions. It might be more, but it's three main expressions. Heaven is here, the most high, the heavenly science, the divine high science of the human brain. And then is the heavenly part of our planet, which is North Africa, where it's the most fertile and minerally rich and the highest energetic, the energetic ley lines of the planet. And then there is the skies or the space where the planets rotate at. That's called the heavens. Each planet is called a heaven, but all of it can be is physical. But those are the macrocosm, but the microcosm is all patterned after what we are. So when it says that when the devil saw, or the dragon saw that he was cast out of heaven onto the earth, that means he saw that black people was waking up to them and getting them out their damn head. They're casting them out of the heavenly kingdom that they was hiding in and taking over and had possessed for so long. As we waking up because of the teachings of Master Fard Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan, that's casting the dragon out of our heaven, out of our head. And now when they seen they cast out onto the earth and they can't enjoy, you know, manipulating us like they used to, now they go to make war with us. Now they have to try to physically make war with us and kill us, right? But rejoice for those that casted him out, because you know who he is, but the ones that don't know who he is, he gonna eat their ass alive. He gonna eat their ass up. So it ain't talking about no spook, some warfare that's going on in space. It's going on here in this space. So
hey,
it's
man,
going on here first, and then it's going on in so-called Holy Land, meaning North Africa, Egypt, and Mecca, Arabia, and all of that. And it's going on above our heads in orbit with their little space race weapons, because you know our people got that covered too. It's all on lock. It's all checkmate. It's checkmate here. It's checkmate in the Middle East or North Africa, and it's checkmate above our heads. All three of them heavens is checkmated by the black man, the living God, in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, and in the person of his Mahdi, our Father, who art in heaven, Mahdi Elijah Muhammad, and soon to be Messiah Farrakhan Muhammad. So on that note, Madon, you got the last word, and after that, I'm gonna tap up out of here.
No doubt, Cam, man. That was an excellent breakdown, man. Once again, you gave me enlightenment, man, and you gave me true understanding of the different verses. I always wondered what it meant. I appreciate that, man. And I'm gonna say peace and blessings to the people, and tune in to the brother Cam, man, so you can get sound information.
Tune in to Farrakhan so you can get the information that Brother Cam got. Tune in to Farrakhan, everybody. Tune in to Farrakhan, and thank you, Brother Madon Komet. And the last word is gonna go to the producer.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so when I do a new upload or a new live, you'll always get notified.
And on that note, peace and love and victory in war against our weaknesses, against the internal Satans and the external Satans. Salute, rule. Why isn't the devil settled on the best part of the planet? Because the planet Earth belongs to the original man, and knowing that the devil was wicked and put him out, yeah, we ain't gonna go into that. We kept the best part preserved for ourselves ever since we made it. The best part at that moment was in Mecca, Arabia. The original man is the God and owner of the planet and knows every square inch of it, and has kept for himself, preserved the best part. You know, I didn't mess that up, but I didn't think I was going to have to answer that while I'm on my way out. Peace, and more peace until tomorrow, God willing, on West Coast Cam page. We out.
Peace.
Peace.